137 episodes later, I'm wearing a Yoda shirt.
Oh, Yoda. Yeah, I'm wearing my Toronto against the Galaxy, a Blue Jays t-shirt that I wore for Star Wars Day.
Is that official Jays merch, or is that like you had it made at like a t-shirt time?
No. It's official. It's got Lucasfilm on it. It's got the Major League Baseball. I forget what the brand that makes all those shirts, but yeah, it was cool. I got a lot of comments on it.
Ooh, it is a nice shirt. Toronto is against the Galaxy, if anybody is curious about that also.
If you've been there. 137, this is the Rebel Scum podcast.
Huge show today. You're James. Yes, we've Freaky Friday'd it. You're Brock, I'm James. Freaky Friday no more. Episode 137, as we said. We have a full show with top five. Top five's coming up. You got Holo news today? Did any news drop in the last little? We have some Holo news and some Never Tell Me the Odds. It's going to be a lot of fun. Because that's what we do here at the Rebel Scum podcast. We have so much fun. It was, of course, Triple Force Friday just a few short days ago. We're going to get into that just a little bit. Before we do, Brock, I want to know what your experience on this Triple Force Friday was like. Did you hit up multiple shops, or did you hit multiple shops, and did you get what you were hoping to get?
You know what? Because let's not also blast past the fact that New York Comic Con was happening at the exact same time, and you know me, I'm a big Funko fan, so what they like to do is release on the Friday of New York all the shop exclusives. So Friday, Triple Force Friday, which I'm still like on the fence on, I like the idea of doing this, but they're all three things that we can't watch yet. But I know it's to get us excited. I don't know, it seems a little but I will say I went to several Walmarts, several EBs, and several. What else would we have here?
Toys R Us.
Hot Topic.
Ooh, Hot
which
Topic.
was one Hot Topic. And I got more or less what I wanted. Like I said, I was looking for pop, so I got my Huntress pop from Batman. So I'm psyched about that because nobody cares about Huntress. All they wanted was Dragon Ball Z. So, but yeah, it was funny because I was at work like yourself, James. So we're like, did you go on your lunch break?
Yes, I went on my lunch break to yes, I went on my lunch break to Walmart, 2 EB Games, and a Chapters, the bookstore, so I can get a freaking Empire magazine that doesn't exist apparently. Because why? It's gonna be dropping on newsstands October 3rd. Of what century? Because just tell me so I don't waste my time anymore with these damn magazines. Because it's annoying. It's just getting annoying.
Yeah, it's
frustrating.
Kind of crazy. It's really crazy how long it takes us to get, if we get the magazine.
Yeah.
But yeah, and you were sending me photos of the places you were going, and it was like empty shelves. So,
well, Walmart. I was noticing Walmart online was notoriously empty throughout North America, and everybody's like, "I went to 4 WalMarts, and one of them had stuff." And the one I went to, I brought this up to you, was so I go to the Walmart all the time. It's not, it's kind of a mediocre Walmart to say the least, but I go there and they have the Walmart section. And they had the Black Series, the Anakin, Darth Maul, Scout Trooper, Yoda, those Black Series, the re-release ones. This one right here, this is Darth Maul. And so I was like, oh, that's cool. So I got the Darth Maul, and then I was like, maybe I'll get Anakin. But I was like, you know what? Triple Force Friday's coming. And I actually decided to get the Anakin, and I went in, and the shelves were cleared out. And I was like, either this was all bought really quickly, or they've taken it away. Because they also had a couple Rise of Skywalker's figures a couple weeks early. If you remember, I sent you those big, huge figures like that.
Yeah.
But they were all gone. So I was like, okay, either somebody bought them all or they're getting ready for Triple Force Friday. And, of course, I go there on Friday, on Triple Force Friday, and all they did was put those exact same merchandise back on the shelf. It was the exact same. Nothing extra. The exact same merch back on the shelf. So Scout Troopers, Anakins, Darth Maul, and Yoda all on the shelf. and then those big Rise of Skywalker, Sith Trooper, and Kylo Ren's. And that's it. It was the exact same stuff that they removed. They just put right back. So I was like, well, that was anticlimactic. Then I went to the EB Games, and your EB Games that you went to, or one of them, had the exact same, almost to a T setup as one of the ones. I went to two, and one of them had the same setup. The other one had the same setup, but condensed, like much smaller. So it was a day. Let's just say.
Yeah, I had the same exact experience at Walmart. I don't think I bought anything from a Walmart. It's wild. Like, I mean, I guess it's good. They weren't like massive sections. That's the thing. It's like maybe in the States it'd be a little bit different. I know with Target they tend to have big like cardboard cutout sections just for that. It was interesting. EB seemed to have. I don't think anyone was really psyched about the pops. I don't know. There wasn't any exclusivity about it, unless you really wanted it. They never seemed to run out of those.
Yeah.
I mean, it was neat. Did you see the Jyn Erso holocron? What's in the lightsaber? What's Kyber crystal? The necklace. Did you see that?
No, so I didn't actually. I knew what I wanted to buy, and I just bought what I wanted to buy because it was on my lunch, right? So it's kind of, and then I had family and friends coming over Friday night, so it was like I didn't have time to go after. I spent so much time trying to find an Empire magazine that I didn't have time to actually. And then I went, I go into the Walmart and wasted my day there. Then when I got to EB where they had the whole thing, I think. So what is that? You never even told me about this. What is it? It's just pop.
It's just her necklace, that clear Kyber that I think it's white, and it's got the Arabesh on it that I forget what it says, but it's like trust the Force or something like that. But it's a little box, and it's literally like a little.
It's a little square black box.
Yeah.
Okay, I saw a little square black box at EB Games. It was like $27, so I didn't even bother to look at what it was. I just put it back and walked away because I was like, if I keep spending, it's gonna be fun. But you did end up. Did you buy Star Wars stuff, not just Huntress?
Oh yes, I did.
Ooh.
When I was at Hot Topic, I got the Huntress, but then this little bad boy made an appearance. So I tried to set up my other camera so I could show them. So I got that, and then I believe, where did I get this? Probably in EB.
Oh, yes, that was EB.
Snow Trooper, blah, blah, blah. And for comparison to the one from before, it's exactly the same, except it has a cape.
Yeah. Well,
they're cool.
Those are pretty rad. It's, Stormtroopers, you can never have too many Stormtroopers because there are endless amounts of them in the galaxy anyway. And
our final purchase was from that new whatever it's called.
Yeah, I like that line. I think they look cool.
Fun fact, I already broke the arm off, and you can't see, but I hot glued it because it's just going to sit on my shelf. But here's a comparison to the Disney Store one, about the same size. I got to say, I think I like the Disney Store one, but I do like this style of animation.
So do I. I saw Finn and Rey. Sorry, I didn't see Chewie. I saw Finn and Rey, and I liked the way they looked, but I had my eyes on something else.
Yeah, so the only thing I probably would have wanted to get, I don't know, maybe more Black Series, so maybe the Sith Trooper. I wasn't really that psyched about anything else, in my opinion.
There's a few I wanted. We're going to talk about a few things later, but this is what I got. I have a bag still. Not quite as much as you, but this was the one that I really wanted. This is the second.
Oh, you actually found one. Wow.
Oh, yeah, in the white box, too. I didn't even see it in the black. They only had... EB Games had one or two in the white box and two in the black box, and they were just... The black boxes were, destroyed. I said, will you give me a discount? They said no. So I was like, fine. So I have this. Yeah, so I got this. I was super psyched about it. And then I got... Look, I wanted a lot more, but this is what I got. Because this was... And this is EB Games on every Friday has a $5 EB Games, and I've come to terms that this is eventually going to be a $5 one. But I got Jana because she is my new favorite Star Wars character of all time, and I'm going to open her right now. Are you cool with that?
Yeah.
You've done unboxings. I don't think I've ever done one on the show. How do you open a Funko Pop? Hold on.
I think you did it right. You did it from the bottom. I don't think there's rules. There's probably a million people going.
I ruined the bottom though, so now the value it might only ever be worth $5.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. Okay, so there's a bottom. Have you ever looked at the bottom of a Funko? I haven't.
What the?
Hold on, I'm not opening it on camera. There we go. Okay, so whoa, it's actually got some weight. Not really. Funko LLC 2019 www.funko. It was made in Vietnam.
What the? Yeah, made in Vietnam.
Like her head's a bobblehead, but she's not wobbly too much. Like,
yeah.
In comparison, let's look at the Anakin you got me. There's like no wobble. Like Jana's got her head on straight, which tells me. Also, oh, this one, it's got the info on this one too, but it's very, very.
Yeah, I guess that's new. I've never noticed that.
So this is Jana. She's got a cool cape, cool like visor goggle things here, and a bow and arrow, which, as you know, is awesome. Which after we record this, I'm going to go out and shoot some arrows. So I'm super stoked to see Jana in action. And I heard a lot of on social media, a lot of positive stories about the Jana character and how little girls were identifying with her, which was kind of cool. But also she's got cool pants. What's on her belt? Guys, spoiler on her belt. Nope. No, it's just a buckle. There's something cool on her belt. I don't know what that is. But she's got like, and then she's got like this patch on her arm. Can you see that? That's like.
Yeah.
Right, you can't. That's your camera. That's their camera. Your camera.
Yeah, I know. I'm pretending that I do.
I know, but why pretend? Anyway, this is now one of my favorite pops, and it's open. Also, somebody like was in this room, and my Darth Maul is now depressed Maul. Like his head is like down. Like it should be up, but his head's down. This was also a $5 Friday. Yeah. So
I hate the bobbleheads. The springs get messed up sometimes.
Maybe that's why this one doesn't bobble. Does yours bobble? Does that one bobble?
Yeah.
Like yours is more. Jana, I'm telling you, she is going to save the galaxy. Darth Ward was over yesterday and he says, "Do you think Jana's Lando's daughter?" And I said,
I don't even, in this type of age, I don't even think we can do that anymore where you're just like, oh, they look similar, therefore.
Well, I think one of the early rumors was that, and I think Stephen Colbert joked about it at Celebration as well. But she's right over my shoulder, too. Can you?
Yeah.
I should just cover. There we go. Right there. Right on the edge. She'll be there forever.
I mean, I guess, I don't know, that just seems so basic. And it's sort of like, why does Lando need a daughter? You know what I mean?
No, did you get like an Empire or a
I don't know. They just put those in the back.
I just noticed that I was moving the box and it fell in my hand. So I would totally get the one that you got. That's the Sith Jet Trooper. Dio looked cool, and Zori Bliss, like I said on the show, I really wanted. But then like you do this with your Batman ones. There's sort of like this rabbit hole that you just go down and you never just suffocate. So I kept my eye. This was like Jana was one that I really wanted the Black Series Jana. But apparently in Canada, that's like October 9th, and I've also heard November 1st is when it actually comes out. But this one right here is a vengeful warrior of the Empire tasked with tracking down Jedi survivors. The second sister Inquisitor is driven by her all-encompassing hatred of the Order. So I haven't decided if I'm going to take this one out because it is a first edition, Brock.
Yeah.
Totally rad, though. Totally rad.
It's funny how like Lucasfilm has this obsession with making helmets. You know what I mean? Like,
I know.
Especially in like with like the Inquisitor group, it's like all kind of variations of Vader to an extent. At least the first couple of characters, they all want like that black metal. Like, and with her too, it's like it's like a stormtrooper / Vader kind of helmet. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So she has like the spinning lightsaber too, like the seventh sister. I mean helmets look cool, I guess. Like masks look cool, and that's really. Like, I almost got the Cal Kestis one because I thought BDO, the droid, whatever his name is, looked good. But I was like, I haven't played the game, and I'm really like, because the character looks like character. This character to me just looks very cool, and will look good on a shelf, and that's it.
I didn't even see any. Resistance or not Fallen Order.
Oh really?
Yeah, I didn't see anything like that.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
But I didn't go till later in the day, right? So
I went at like 12, and they had one Calicut. It looked like they only had one all day though, like because it was faced all out. So I got second sister was right there, and then you went in, and then they had a whole lot of Rey and Kylo, so I wasn't too concerned about that. Right. I mean, maybe the white boxes will sell out, but they're probably gonna go on my wall of Reylo anyway. So if I got them, so they come out of the box anyway. That's right, kids. They would come out of my box. It was fun. It was fun. And I said to you, I'm like, I wish I knew Target had all the cool stuff, because I would have taken the day off and done a road trip to the United States of America and to visit. Where are you going? I'm going to Target. Why? Nerd stuff.
Nerd stuff.
You wouldn't understand. Triple Force Friday? Yeah.
See, my question is like, will they re-release some of these things? Because like, I understand with New York Comic Con, that's like, those are exclusives. So it's like, first come, first serve. And they might resurface again, but like this Star Wars stuff, it boggles my mind that they ran out of stuff on Walmart. I know that's kind of what they want to do.
I don't think they ran out. I think they just didn't get anything in.
Which doesn't make like the whole point is for you to go to the store and buy this stuff. I don't know, but yeah, it's interesting. The Boba Fett that they showed, these new paint styles.
Oh yes,
Vader like. I bet if you were to go there in the next month, you might get lucky and they might resurface. Because like the big Ewok I have, that was sort of something that was there and then came back. But I don't think that's really an exclusive. It's really hard to keep track of this stuff.
They might not be exclusive. Might just legitimately sell out, and that's like, products sell out and they don't have any more because
But like, make more. You know what I mean? Like it's a industry that wants exclusivity, right? You have to go when they say to go. I also went to a Disney store, which I don't know if it had a lot of specific stuff for Force Friday, but there was some cool stuff. But man, was it expensive. I think I told you there was a Mandalorian pin that I was all about like buying. It was $21, and I'm like, that is so overpriced, it's ridiculous. Because if you go to Disney, like the parks, you'll find some variation of that pin, and it's like, why spend that money? That's right, I'll pay $300 to go to a park to pay for a cheaper pin.
I don't live near a Disney store anymore, so I wasn't able to go to one. But yeah, I've heard that I actually heard Barry Brophy, our friend Barry Brophy, he said that he went to one and they said, no, you got to go to Target.
But yeah, it's I like going to Disney store because they have some stuff that you didn't know, and like no one pays attention to the Disney store, in my opinion. That I don't hear any mention of and the Disney store is going to have this, which is funny because I guess it's because Hasbro's making a lot of their stuff, Funko's making a lot of their stuff. I don't know. Did you go to a Toys R Us or anything like that?
No, I don't have a Toys R Us near me, but a friend at work did. And he said, did he go to Toys R Us? No, you know what? He didn't go. He went to Hot Topic. He didn't go to Toys R Us because he didn't have time. But there's one far away from me and also far away from me. But sometimes we have to work far away, and at lunch break you go to Toys R Us while you're there. But yeah, no, I didn't. Andrew Fantasia did. He has a video about his days of adventures. You can watch it on this channel somewhere. No, neither would I. But he went to a few Toys R Us's. They looked okay. Did you?
No, I didn't even think of going to a Toys R Us.
That's the thing. I was talking to our friend Aaron Quinton. He goes, I was like, oh, you guys in your Target and all that. And he goes, yeah, but you have Toys R Us. I'm like, yeah, but they suck. Like, compared to like American versions, it doesn't have that. Like, I just went to one the other day, and I was like, they have nothing in there anymore. It's like, and if they do, it's $10 more than everywhere else, and you're questioning why you're in there.
Yeah, it's a fun day, but yeah, if you don't take the day off, go in the morning, it's almost pointless. So hopefully stuff will research. I don't honestly, when it comes to Star Wars stuff, if it doesn't come out again, I'm like, come on.
Yeah. Well, I'll say this: these white boxes here, if anything is not going to come out again, I would say it's going to be these white boxes, because they have first edition on them, Premier Edition, Earth Day, anyway, all these editions. It's the first edition. So I can see after that they're like all black boxes after that.
What's the third kind? It's called carbonized. Is that?
Yeah, and I think Andrew got. Okay, take a look at your 2 new albums. Thanks. Who cares? I think there's a version of this that's like that Andrew got. I'm not sure. Honestly, I don't know. You just got really loud.
Okay.
No, your levels are fine. But
Okay.
my computer just had a meltdown. It just had like a weird meltdown. Everybody heard the which happens every time I record now. But it was a lot of fun. Also, I just gotta say, on last Monday, we gotta give a shout out to Misconduct. Happy birthday, Misconduct! It was her birthday last Monday, so happy birthday. She's been a huge supporter of our channel for a long time. Yeah, so happy birthday.
I hope it was a good one.
It was. She probably watched Child's Play.
Okay.
And we also got to tell everybody to go over to lulu.com, check out the dark fantasy romance section for your favorite author, and Dryden for the Ghosts of Windworth Manor, Neither Heaven Nor Hell, Reflections of Darkness, and The Bridge of the Dragon King. All of them are available now over at lulu.com. That you look under the name Ann Dryden, that's our friend Heidi Feder making those right there. Great selection. Available. Some of them are available. They're all available on iBooks too at the iBook store, which is kind of cool. So you can read them on your tablet, on your Kindle, or paperback, I think.
Yeah.
Yes, paperback. You can get that. That's what I will be ordering. I'm going to do it right now. Brock, you talk. I'm going to order some books.
Oh.
It's just... Star Wars. So I got. Can I just say something that you brought up at the beginning of the show? How you're like kind of over Triple Force Friday or Force Friday.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah. First of all, Fallen Order should have come out yesterday, Friday. On Fallen Order Friday. That's what should happen there. Secondly, maybe this should be like the week before the Rise of Skywalker. Because apparently there's a rumor going around that Hasbro is not allowed to release like 70% of their products.
Right.
Because of spoilers. You showed some. We're going to do a Patreon exclusive 1313 podcast for Patrons only. The first one might be available for everybody, but going forward it will only be for Patreons on the channel. We'll be doing that weekly show. But 70%. You showed me a couple things. I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
How, like, is it? It's weird. I gotta ask you this because it's weird for me on 2 levels that they would have. Oh, we can't release everything. So first of all, why wasn't there some kind of guidance saying, by the way, this stuff is off? Is untouchable until December 20th, let's say, and this is what we want you to focus on and make this all great. Instead, they're like, we made all this stuff. No. You cannot show that. I just want to know your thoughts on all of that.
I'm all for it because, and I think I said this a couple weeks ago. It's like they're going to release this stuff and then they're going to release more stuff once the movie comes out. Because perhaps, here's a Chewbacca, but here's a Chewbacca wearing a fancy hat that he gets in the 3rd act of the movie. Stuff like that. So that's understandable. Or like you don't want to reveal characters. You're right. Like it is odd because like Force Friday has floated from place to place. Like it wasn't in August at one point, and
it was Labor Day the first time.
Yeah. So it's like it's not like the date keeps bouncing around. There is no actual date that's like Force Friday specific outside of it has to be a Friday, which I think is great. Like the concept is a great idea, but they haven't chosen a date to make it the ideal. At one point it was like I swear it was during Fan Expo, so close to Labor Day, August, whatever. And again, I think the last one was like mid-fall, like maybe roughly the same. If you had to pick a day, I guess like May the 4th be with you would be a good one. But here's the thing. The movie doesn't come out till December. The game comes out in November, whatever. And November makes more sense. But like, if we're talking specifically about the movie comes out in December. What else happens in December? Christmas. And what are we talking about? Toys. So it doesn't make any sense to release these toys that kids are going to want roughly around the Star Wars release in October and have limited amounts. I know it'll probably all come back, and this is just a moot point. But yeah, it doesn't make any sense at Force Friday. Force Friday isn't for the typical customers, in my opinion. It's for us, because we'll like take the day off work and spend all our hard-earned dollars on toys we do not need. But here we are.
Yep.
It really doesn't make sense. I get it to get us excited about these new things coming out, but like, yeah, like why couldn't Fallen Order come out? Am I calling it the right thing? Is it Fallen Order?
Jedi Lost.
Jedi
Fallen
Lost.
Order,
Good
whatever.
time.
It's Jedi. No, it is Fallen Orders in the title. It's okay. Wait, it's right here. Jedi Fallen Order.
That's it. I knew I was saying something right off. I'm excited for this. I am psyched for this game.
But why? Yeah, or make Force Friday the day it comes out.
Exactly. Because Mandalorian's not till 2020, right? Like Disney Plus comes out next month, but Mandalorian doesn't start till January.
No, Mandalorian starts the day Disney Plus comes out.
Okay, my mistake. I don't know what I was thinking of.
You're thinking Clone Wars is February.
Correct. That's it. So you know what I mean? Like it's just like why are you doing this? But again, it doesn't matter because they know we'll go and get. If you tell us when, we'll go and we'll be at the stores.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. What do you think?
I think Force Friday is a cool idea. I think if they put this in with that D23 trailer, D23 trailer, go buy your toys now.
Yeah.
Go D23 trailer, go buy it now. It's just the very first Force Friday was extremely effective because we hadn't had a Star Wars movie in 10 years.
Yeah.
We were getting The Force Awakens. We were getting this thing called Rogue One in a year after that. We were getting Battlefront, the EA Battlefront. We were getting, and the thing with the first one that was the most, for me, exciting was Aftermath. We were getting the first, it wasn't the first new canon novel, but it was being treated almost like that. Like the release of Aftermath was almost Shadows of the Empire-esque. And that you're like, this is the first movie after Return of the Jedi that's going to bridge this gap. And what we ended up getting was a little disappointed. But aside from all of that, it didn't matter because the excitement level was there from the start. And that's kind of what kind of pushed it forward. Then The Last Jedi Force Friday really kind of stunk, if I remember correctly. Like, it was like bland. There wasn't a lot of excitement to it. It was just like, yeah, Force Friday again. And this one, they're like, it's Triple Force Friday. And you're going to be excited. And it was exciting, except it was empty. And because everything was at Target and we can't get Target, that kind of sucked. Yeah. And then, like, you watch the video and they're like, look at this Black Series of Janna. Look at this Black Series of Cara Dune. And I didn't even see the Mandalorian Black Series figure, to be honest with you. But, and I know that one was released because a lot of people have it. But then there's figures that, for me, you and I, we have to wait like a month to get them.
Yeah.
Why? Like, I'm sorry. I just unboxed that Janna Funko. Is if there's a spoiler on her, it's got to be on both, right? Like, so it's kind of like, what's the point if you're not going to release everything all at once, and if you're going to withhold everything? That's kind of the frustrating thing. It's in stores, I guess because Star Wars toys aren't selling like they did. The stores weren't totally into it. They're not like some open at midnight, but I don't think any around us open at midnight, as far as I know. I don't know. Yeah, I saw a couple in the States, but not a lot of open at midnight. It wasn't like this big hoopla that it could be, that it should be. And they only do it for these saga films. I don't know if they'll do it for whatever saga film we get next. Who knows? I think it would be smart, too, because I think whatever the next one is will be such a new chapter that I think, there'll be a lot of interest. Like, oh, you're going to get a book that's going to explain how this all started. We'll be like, okay, well, I'm back into this. But, like the Resistance Reborn novel comes out in November. Why? Why didn't that come out on Triple Force Friday? That should have been the big draw. So that, to me, it feels like they're doing it just to do it, and it's not, it's feeling like how they were treating the movies for a little while. We're like, we're just going to make it because we have to make a Star Wars movie every year. Like it's kind of like Spider-Man with Sony, or like Fantastic Four with Fox. They're like, we're just gonna keep making them because we have to. It doesn't matter what it is, just throw it out there because we have to. And that's what it kind of feels like. But it was still fun to go on my lunch and not find an Empire friggin' magazine.
Yeah, it's wild. I looked myself when you mentioned it. I didn't look hard, but I didn't go to a Chapters, but I went to like a Walmart, and I was like, oh, I can't even tell you the last time I saw it. Well, I can tell you the last time I really looked at a magazine rack outside of Vanity Fair times. Like, I think I've seen Empire, but like
the Empire now, it has Batman on it for Batman 30 years of like since the Tim Burton movie.
Yeah.
So I actually noticed that, but before that I haven't really noticed it. But I wanted this one. There's 2 covers, and I'm willing to buy 2 covers of this stupid thing.
Yeah.
And they don't want me to. So what are you gonna do? You don't want my money? I'm gonna spend it on Funko Pop. Oh, look, it's falling out again. If I keep it in the box, will it be worth $1 million?
No.
Just through the box. It's out of here. Goodbye. I only want it if it's worth $1 million.
Well, yeah, maybe.
Do you think any of your Funkos are worth a ton of money though?
It's with this stuff. It's all in the eye of the beholder, right? Like, this is why people go to these stores at midnight and buy 2 of everything. Because I've seen them at Hot Topic. Because I'll stand in line if it's like, ooh, I really want that. I stood in line for Panda Deadpool. Because it's a really cool panda, whatever. And if you go on the first day, that's how you get those chase ones you were asking me about.
Oh, okay.
There's always like a chase in every one, right? Like it's...
Really?
I don't know how to compare it. Like it's, baseball cards, and like every 10th one might have like a like a hologram, Wayne Gretzky rookie card, whatever. It's like that. So it's like you got to be there, luck of the draw, and that's kind of fun when you think about it. You're there, but then I'll stand in line and I'll watch people leaving with bags of 2 of every pop, and I'm like, that's going on Facebook Market. That's going on Kijiji. Like, that's going on eBay. Like, that's the thing. And that is the market they're kind of going after, in my opinion, in this. And there's nothing wrong with that. It is fun. If I could have taken the morning off to do this, I probably would have gone. Because it's fun to do.
Well, that was my thing is when I was getting those Elite series, and you had to go every 2 weeks to the Disney store, and you filled out the draw, and I thought that was fun, but you knew the people were in line. They didn't know some of them didn't know what they were doing, and other people were just doing it to sell it later, which whatever. It was kind of annoying, but I hardcore lucked out on all of them, so that worked out, and that made it a lot more fun and bearable, I guess. But yeah, you know what? Just make like 4 more of everything.
Yeah, you're already paying exorbitant amounts for these things. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah. Although this one I paid $29.99 Canadian for, so I actually think it's cheaper here than in the States, and then in American dollars. Yeah, it's like probably $20 there. I think with the exchange rate we might.
Yeah,
it's around the same, but maybe a little bit. But online on eb.ca, .ca, it's $34.99.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah, because I was like, at one point I said, you know what, I don't even want to bother going to the store, because I got the email saying like Triple Force Friday, and I clicked on it, and they didn't have any in stock, and then there was like another one with Jana and all the other ones. I said, oh yeah, so I clicked on it, and it was literally like a random selection.
Oh, yes, yeah.
I'm not paying $30 you can randomly select a General Hux and send it to my house. Like, that's just not happening.
See, that's the part that drives me nuts, because it's like you're online ordering from the warehouse that has all this stuff. So you either have it or you don't. Yeah. And they could totally play it up that like, oh, you'll get this in 3 days or whatever. Who cares? I'll get it in 3 days. That's fine. Because you could tell me, I bet if you gave them 3 days and they only had 10 in the warehouse, they're like, oh, we can get 20 more by midnight. So you put your order in, they delay it. So it's, I don't know. But again, I think it's strictly just to get people up and buying all this stuff, because they're like, I have to have it. But yeah, like it's fun. I enjoy it. Sort of like you're on a secret mission when you go to these places, because like everyone's just doing normal things. Where is it? So anyways,
that's true.
Friday.
Triple My computer, I just plugged something in, so now everybody's like hearing all of the noises that my computer's making.
Cool.
Yeah, but it's not working, so hold on a second, Brock. Hold on 1 second.
Bloop, bloop.
Yeah,
go ahead.
I like that pop, actually.
I hope these jet troopers are actually useful.
In the movie? They're probably like the flame troopers in...
Yeah. You see it in one scene.
Yeah. I mean, does it really matter, though?
No, not really.
But
I wasn't looking for this one. I got the Huntress and then went to pay, and I could see it from the other side of where I'd picked up the Huntress. I'm like, oh, I need that. And then you just sort of like, oh, there it is. So that's how I buy stuff, where I'm like, oh, I need that. Oh. So, but yeah.
So you're going to do what you got to do when you get those things. That's all. All right, let's move over to Never Tell Me the Odds.
Tell me the odds. Never. What are the odds today, James?
Hold on, I can't find them because I'm looking for something. Give me a second.
I have it open here. Do you want me to read it?
Edit, transform, fit to screen. Bam! The graphics in. There we go. So my graphics all disappeared. So, suck it. Yeah, you want to read the first odd while I'm doing this so people don't get bored? Yeah.
First odd is the odds of Babu Frick placing C-3PO's memories in Dio. Did you come up with this?
I don't know. He's a droid smith, and I think the red eyes of when we see 3PO with the red eyes, something will happen there, and we will not see him for the rest of the movie. Yeah, and I think or he does something, and they're like, we need that, but 3PO. But Ben Affleck, Ben Solo is going to want 3PO, so let's take that and put him in this new guy that's obsessed with BB-8, and they do that, and Dio's like, wow, wow, wow. So I'm going to go 13%.
I'm going to go 20%, maybe at the end of the movie, and that's how we can keep C-3PO around, and Anthony Daniels doesn't have to wear the costume anymore. He just has to voice Dio.
Oh, hello, BB-8. How are you? The next odd, the odds of Babu. There's a lot of Babu going on. By the way, I changed the last odd because I got Jana. The odds of Babu Frick being an off-world Jawa without the Jawa robes. This one comes from Barry Brophy. Barry Brophy suggests that perhaps Babu Frick is actually a Jawa unclothed.
I gotta say kudos to Lucasfilms for releasing the C-3PO, or not releasing it because it was a Force Friday thing, but showing the C-3PO Black Series with the bowcaster and then Babu Frick, and they're like, this is Babu Frick, and that was our look. Like, no slam against Hasbro. A crappy little tiny thing. And then they showed the picture of him, 3 days ago?
Yeah.
Just perfect. And that's it. That's all we need. Just little bits. And they're like, yeah. But I like this one. Though, in Legends, I believe Jawas are actually like rat creatures. They actually look like rats. But I like this. I don't know if it's canon, so I'm going to go 75%, and he has some link to the original Jawas that picked up R2 and Tatooine. Like, you just see it in, like, oh, that'd be great. So yeah, Babu Frick is a Jawa with no cloak on. That's awesome.
Would be cool. I think he's a little small to be a Jawa.
Oh yeah, definitely. But
unless he's a child Jawa. He's not. I'm gonna go 1.7% that he's a Jawa. It'd be totally cool. I would totally be up for it. I don't know if we'll ever see what Jawas look like under there. I don't know. I never even thought of the idea of what a Jawa looks like underneath their robes until he's mentioned this. But I'm gonna go low because I just don't. Something should be unseen. And the final odd, the odds of Luke Skywalker returning as something other than a Force ghost in the Rise of Skywalker.
My thing says odds of James getting a Jana Funko.
Yeah, I know, but I said I changed it because we already know that I got the bobblehead with no bob.
Yeah, I was reading. I'm like, I wonder what he's actually gonna say. But that's a good one. I'm gonna go 0%. I don't know how exactly. Maybe a flashback. Fine, I'll go 5%.
Oh yeah, does flashback count? I'm gonna go full Brock, because then if there's a flashback, I'll be like, yeah. What if Luke isn't even in the movie, like future Luke? Like there's no Force Ghost. It's just in flashbacks you see Luke.
Yeah.
How
okay with that.
Ballsy would that be? I know, so would I. But that would you want to rip apart this? I hope this. You know what? I kind of hope this movie is just like a middle finger to everybody that hated the Last Jedi. Like, oh, you didn't like Luke? We made him even worse. He's not in it. Nah, nah, nah. I just gave the finger. I should blur that. That is. Did I give it? I gave full Brock. You give yours. All right. And today's Never Tell Me Lies were brought to us by Patreon. All of the wonderful supporters over at Patreon. You guys are awesome for doing everything that you do. You help us out greatly. And you want to run down the list, Brock? I got the list in front of me.
Yeah.
So they are Heidi Fetter, Barry Brophy, Dennis Allen, Christine Allison, Mary Christenathan, Jeff Wilson, Aaron Quinton.
I'll shoot. Oh,
we ahead. Doubled up on Al.
Double up on Al. Phil Staniforth, JRB Nerdcast, Scott D, Andy Higgins, Mason Hope, Matt W, Tony Consa, FP, and Denna Nerds. Blurred Nerds. Blurred lines.
I gotta say something because a few of them are from the Chicago area, and I was thinking about this. I was thinking about this the other day. Is there a bear problem in Chicago?
Is there?
Well, there's bears and cubs, and and do they wear socks? This is bulls. Like, and there's bulls. Like, does the zoo open its gates at night in Chicago? Is what I want to know. I know there's wind. Maybe the winds do something, but they were like who was like, well, where the was it the Bears and then like it had to have been the Cubs first, and then like the football team was like, we're bigger, we're Bears.
Yeah.
That's what is that what happened to Bears? The Bears. Just wondering. I'm just wondering. I don't know the history. I mean, we have a lot of Blue Jays and Maple Leafs in Toronto. We have a huge Leafy Jay problem here. With Raptors. Our Raptors are vicious.
There's no Argonauts, though.
There's a Toronto Argonaut rowing club.
Not the same thing.
Actually, it is.
Agree to disagree.
Nobody listening to this knows what the Toronto Argonauts are. That's the best part.
Google it. Or just watch the new season of Big Mouth. Juggle it. Yeah, I don't know. That's a good question. Chicago, I've been there, but I haven't. I don't. I'm sure there's.
You didn't experience a bear, right, or a cub? A bear with her.
Chicago fans, let us know.
Lots of bears. I was just thinking about it the other day. I love Chicago. I've never been to Chicago. I was thinking about how I didn't get to go, and I really wanted to. And then I was like, but maybe I would have been mauled by a bear because there are bears where I live, and I have to bring like a knife, and I have to listen to like podcasts and the radio out loud, or bring a bell and bear spray. Yeah. And I was just like, is it me and Chicago? Are we the two bear problems of the world? Holo news.
There's no fanatics or gritties in the state of Pennsylvania, so we're fine.
All right, Holo news.
Anyway, stay on the south side.
Holo news. Holo news.
Opening. Okay. So, Screen Rant. I'm sure you've heard of it. They like to talk about movies, and they did an article talking about when you need to start to rewatch the saga. Now, of course, how do you want to watch the saga? Do you want to watch it back to back to back and then go to the theater and watch Rise of Skywalker? Or do you want to just have a progression so you have a reminder? So if you were to watch one of the saga, just the saga movies, one a week, you would have to start watching the week of October 21st. So that way, by the time you finished Return of the Jedi, Last Jedi, the next few days you would be going to see Rise of Skywalker. Now, if you include the what's it called, Rogue One and Han Solo into that, then you need to start basically now October 7th. Of course, if you were on to double up, watch two movies in 1 week, you could wait till November 18th. It's ideal. And if you want to experience one film per day, you can begin on December 12th. Or December 10th if you added the anthology films, which I would argue you should always add. They are our new films, but I can understand if you just want to watch Walker's saga, because that is the end of it. So that's just a fun thing to think about. I have constantly been thinking about just watching every single movie and then going to see it, but then I know I will hate myself. Moving along, as I announced last week, the Star Wars flagship comic series for Marvel will be ending in the near future, and because it's New York Comic Con, Charles Soule and Jesus Says, the artists on this, have probably, because of NYCC, New York Comic Con, they released the first page of Star Wars #1. I believe it's going to be called Empires something, but it will officially start the moment after Empire. And specifically, you see a splash page of Luke Skywalker's hand being cut up by Darth Vader, and you see it several times with Vader in the background, sort of like, oh, we're going to see his feel for it. So maybe we'll get Darth Vader's viewpoint on it. Very exciting. I'm looking forward to this series. But if you want to check it out, just go to Jesus Says, I believe, social media. It doesn't really say. Just search Star Wars #1, and you'll find it. I think Newsarama was the source that first put it out, so check that out. And I sent this to you. I think we actually conversed about it. Last week I talked about a poster with the First Order on it. The cool thing about it was you got to see a really detailed look at Kylo Ren's helmet reforged together, and then we're seeing Knights of Ren and the different new First Order. But it turns out it was only one part of a bigger poster, the other side being more bluish and showing all the Resistance. One big thing that people are saying is probably a marketing mistake. Zori Bliss is included in the Resistance side of this poster, sort of revealing that perhaps she is going to be a good guy. We know that she's affiliated with Poe in some way, so I guess it was a pretty much no-brainer, but a lot of people on the internet are saying that, we have a good Zori Bliss. So that's interesting. Maybe we'll be wrong. Let's revisit this once we've seen it. But yeah, this has been your Holo News. There we are.
Holo News. My mic was off, so it's Holo News.
Cool.
Yeah. Top 5.
Top 5.
Today's Top 5 brought to you by Side Scroller. Go pick up your copy. Mine is still too far for me to reach. I should really pick it up before we record. But anyway, it's a book.
It's a book.
Top 5 upcoming Star Wars projects we are excited about. Yay! My list is extremely boring. Let us know what your top 5 most anticipated Star Wars whatevers are coming about, whether it be Feige, a comic, the new Thrawn trilogy that's coming out. By the way, I sent that to Andrew Fantasia, and he just swore at me for the entire weekend. All right, my number 5, Jedi Fallen Order.
Really?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to playing that game. You know what? I'm not going to lie. I actually am not looking forward to playing that game. It is not going to be my type of video game. I'm probably not going to enjoy it at all. My hope is that Aaron really, really likes that game and gets obsessed with it, and then I can just watch the story that it is. And that's all I really care about, because I don't actually want to play the game. I like Battlefront. I like Super Mario Brothers. I like playing for 5 minutes and that being it. I like, you know what? I like turning on my mini Nintendo and beating Super Mario 3, Super Mario World in a day or two. And when I say a day, I mean 10 minutes. I mean, I like turning it on, finishing the game, walking away forever. Brock, you're number 5.
My number 5.
5 alive.
My number 5 is probably going to be Resistance Season 2. I'm very excited for that. I feel like I need to rewatch that show and give it its due. There's a lot of fun things happening in it. I think they're just taking it slow or whatever. So yeah, I'm excited.
My number 4 is The Mandalorian Season 2.
Wow.
Yeah. Because I just, you know what, it's Favreau, Filoni. I just feel like I'm really curious to see where, because the first season I think is going to be what it's going to be. The second season, and you know, a lot of series, the second seasons are weak, but a lot of them also, that's where they start to really find themselves and figure out what this show is about. And I'm really curious to see where The Mandalorian goes in season 2, having not seen season 1, obviously.
Yeah, exactly. My number 4 is going to be Clone Wars season 7.
Nice.
I should be higher, but whatever. Honestly, these ones probably won't have any real order. I want to see all of them.
Oh yeah.
I'm excited. I'm very excited for it. I got to rewatch Clone Wars, but now I have to buy it. So, no, I guess
November 12th. November 12th.
Just watch it. Yeah, there you go.
Just wait a month.
Exactly.
My number 3, the Cassian Andor show.
Yeah. Because that's my number 3 too.
All right, because I can't wait.
Yeah. Like,
I hope there are flashbacks that show him in that fight when he was 6 years old. That's what I hope.
Yeah, I think they definitely need to do that.
Yeah, it's like 6-year-old, like, come on, let's go.
And K2SO coming back.
Yeah.
Just great. God, who's the guy that voices him?
Alan Tudyk.
Alan Tudyk, who was
Steve the Pirate.
Yeah, Steve the Pirate. He was the villain, Mr. Nowhere in Doom Patrol. I just finished watching. Excellent show. I don't know why anyone's not talking about that show. Great show.
I think because people mistake it for Paw Patrol.
Possibly.
Yeah.
So we're on number 2.
My number 2, Mandalorian season 1.
My number 2 is Jedi Fallen Order. Boom. I'm excited for it.
Yeah.
Huge.
You're into that kind of gameplay? That's your type of game. I mean, not that I really know what the gameplay is. It might be mine, but that's like up your alley.
Yeah.
I get frustrated playing the Arkham games and the just Star Wars The Force Unleashed is like I like it, and then I get to a point where like can't do it.
I think it's just like after the story mode of Battlefront 2 with Iden Versio, I'm like, yeah, like I just want to play a game where you show me a Star Wars movie while I'm doing it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's why I'm hoping Aaron gets into it.
It's not gonna be like a revolutionary game. But who knows? I feel like the gameplay is almost barely been shown. You know what I mean? I mean, they have shown it. But I'm like, I don't know what kind of game is this. Is it an RPG? Do we level up? Is it just run around, hack and slash? Like, either way, like it sounds fun. And I really like the main character. So I'm like, yeah.
Yeah. And my number 1... Star Wars Episode 9, The Rise of Skywalker. I don't know. Is that a cheat? I don't know. I'm looking forward to it. It hasn't come out yet. I'm looking forward to Janna. I want some pew, 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 blah. I tried to watch the new Robin Hood. It was terrible. I'm looking forward to it so much because it's going to reportedly tie everything together.
Yeah, I mean, obviously Episode 9 will be my number 1 as well, but because I assumed we were just talking about other stuff, my number 1 is Mandalorian. I'm very excited for this. Yeah. Let's do it. Oh, I can't wait to be able to pay for Disney Plus. Isn't that hilarious? I just can't wait to give more money.
The thing is, you'll be able to, whereas Empire Magazine, they don't want my money. And that's why print is dead and digital has... Because I could get it online, but I don't want it online. I want it on my wall.
Yeah, exactly.
By the way, I started something. Check it out. I'm going to do a Halloween set.
I can't wait till that's like the only thing sitting behind you that's Halloween.
Oh no, there's a plan.
There's a plan? Awesome.
Well, I mean, I saw that. I said, Aaron, can I get that? And she said, sure.
You're a grown man. You can do whatever you want.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. All right, this was episode 137 of the Rebel Scum podcast. I'm James. You are?
Brock.
Give us a like and a survive. That's what my friend's 7-year-old says. He wants to be a YouTuber, and he says, like and survive.
Like and survive.
Like and survive. Everybody give us a like, give us a subscribe. Tell your friends, tell your family. You can listen to us wherever you get your podcasts as well. There are other shows. Andrew does his movie show called That's So Wizard. We have this one, and the live stream every Monday at 7 p.m. is also on the podcasting. So if you can't watch the live stream, you don't want to watch it because you just want to hear us ramble, you could go over to there as well. And also Patreons, you're going to get the very all new 1313 starting very soon. So that's exciting for everybody.
Yay!
And that's happening right there. All right, Brock. For the 137th time, you were always scum.
Triple force scum.
Hey scumbags, thanks for watching. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up on our video. As always, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, Rebel Scum Podcast, for all the latest videos.